Hello and welcome to episode 12 in the series. This episode will focus on a book that covers a photographic profile of steam on the railways of Australia and New Zealand. So far in this book review series, I have covered books featuring the works of some of Australia's best known authors and rail historians. These have included Keith Turton, Gary McDonald, John Thompson, Ron Preston, Robert Carlile and Lloyd Holmes, to mention a few. For this episode, I decided to review the works of Shane McCarthy, who produced Impressions of Steam in 1975, as a pictorial of steam operations in Australia and New Zealand. The book is a hardcover edition with dust jacket that features a beautiful photo of R749 on a fan special in the 1960s with the sun lighting up the plume of smoke from the locomotive. The usual rules apply for hardcover books, in that the picture and title are only presented on the front of the dust jacket, and not on the hardcover. The author opted not to put the subjects in ordered chapters, but rather in a more random format. As well as his own works, Shane has included photos by Robert Besler, Robert Carlile, Ken McClay, Ted Payne, and Arthur Wills, and the work of each photographer is credited in the caption of their respective photos. Being produced in 1975, the cost of producing such works would have been high, so the contents are presented in black and white format, with colour being reserved for the front cover picture on the dust jacket. I am actually happy this was done anyway, as most of the photos present better in the black and white format anyway. Steam locomotive photography can present more opportunities than just the standard three-quarter shot that is favoured by many. There are silhouette shots of locomotives on bridges, being prepared in depots, the always pleasing angle of driving wheels and motion gear, plus many others. A couple of photos that I favoured included a shot of Victorian locomotive K159 at the Fynford Cement Works in 1970, taken from an elevated position. New South Wales Engine 3009, reflected in the water of Rankin Springs, en route to Temora in 1968, and finally Victorian K189 rounding the curve into Castlemaine on a goods from Maryborough as the sun rises in 1966. Those with an interest in steam will find this title worth getting. Second-hand copies can be obtained from the usual suppliers of second-hand railway books, although it still may require some digging to find one. If you require a list of suppliers, let me know in the comments. Well, that wraps up episode 12 in the series. I hope you enjoyed it. Episode 13 will be another pictorial and will feature some more Victorian content. As always, thank you for watching.